Hello children, welcome back. Let us learn a new chapter, ratio and proportion. Ratio means you learn the basic concepts in smaller classes. It's a comparison of two quantities of same kind with the same units. For example, if A is to B is a ratio, it's a comparison of two quantities of same kind. The quotient A by B is the ratio between A and B. It is read as A is to B. Here the first term A is called the antecedent. And the second term B is called the consequent of the ratio A is to B. Here the second term never be equal to 0. In the ratio the second term never be equal to 0. And always we express the ratio in its lowest terms. That means A and B must be co-prime numbers. What do we mean by co-prime numbers? Yes, numbers having the HCF 1. That means the common factor for A and B must be 1. No other numbers are possible. So ratio must be always expressed in its lowest terms. Both the terms of the ratio must be co-prime. For example, 3 is to 7 is a ratio in its lowest terms, but 4 is to 20 is not in its lowest terms because 4 and 20 have HCF not 1. Here the HCF is 4. So we can simplify this ratio as 1 is to 5 by dividing these two numbers by 4. Now this one, new one is in the standard form or ratio must be expressed in its lowest terms. And also the order of the numbers is very important. For example, the ratio A is to B is not same as B is to A. They are equal only if A and B are equal. Otherwise, the ratio 3 is to 2 is not same as 2 is to 3. They are different ratios. So, the order of the terms in a ratio is important. Okay. Next is increase or decrease in a ratio. Let the price of an article is increased in the ratio 5 is to 6. The new price is 6 by 5 times of original price. Or suppose a price of the article decreases in the ratio 6 is to 5. How can we find the new decreased price? The new decreased price will be 5 by 6 into original price. So in general we can write if the increased or decreased ratio is A is to B, then the new increased or decreased price can be calculated by using the formula B by A into original value. B by A into original price. So it's very important equation, you write it down. The new increased or decreased quantity or the resulting quantity can be calculated by B by A into original quantity if the ratio given is A is to B. Note it down, okay. Next is composition of ratios. First one, compound ratio. If A is to B, C is to D and E is to F are three given ratios. So the compound ratio can be calculated by A into C into E is to B into D into F. For example, 3 is to 2, 5 is to 7 and 6 is to 5 are the three ratios. How can we find the compound ratio? Yes, multiply the antecedents. First terms 3 into 5 into 6 is to 2 into 7 into 5. Then simplify this and we get the ratio in its lowest terms. Thus we calculate the compound ratio. Okay. And the second one is duplicate ratio. Duplicate ratio. Okay. For example, if A is to B is a ratio, then its duplicate ratio is A square is to B square. It's very simple. If 3 is to 2 is a ratio, then what is its duplicate ratio? Duplicate ratio is 3 square is to 2 square. That means 9 is to 4. Okay. Third one is triplicate ratio. You write all this in your notebook. If A is to B is a ratio, then its triplicate ratio is A cube is to B cube. For example, if 3 is to 2 is a ratio, what is its triplicate ratio? Yes, 3 cube is to 2 cube. That is 27 is to 8. Okay. Next is subduplicate ratio. If A is to B is a ratio, then subduplicate ratio. This is the fourth one. A is to B is a ratio, then subduplicate ratio means square root of A is to square root of B. For example, 9 is to 16 is a ratio. Then can you say the subduplicate ratio of this 9 is to 16? Yes, it is square root of 9 is to square root of 16. That is equal to 3 is to 4. Now the fifth one is subtriplicate ratio. Subtriplicate ratio. That means if A is to B is a ratio, then cube root of A is to cube root of B is the subtriplicate ratio of A is to B. Okay. For example, if 27 is to 64 is a ratio, then how can we calculate the subtriplicate ratio? That is cube root of 27 is to cube root of 64. That is 27 is the cube of 3 and 64 is the cube of 4. So 3 is to 4 is the solution. So this is the subtriplicate ratio. And the last one is reciprocal ratio. If A is to B is the given ratio, then we can write the reciprocal ratio as 1 by A is to 1 by B. Let us simplify like this. It gives B is to A. Okay. For example, 3 is to 5 is a ratio. Then can you say the reciprocal ratio of 3 is to 5? Yes, 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5. Or you can write 5 is to 3. It is the reciprocal ratio of the given ratio 3 is to 5. So these are the important ratios, composition of ratios. First one, compound ratio. Second, duplicate ratio. Third, triplicate ratio. Fourth, subduplicate ratio. Fifth, subtriplicate ratio. And the last is reciprocal ratio. You must know all these compositions. Okay, these are the concepts we are going to discuss in exercise 7a. Let us solve the problems based on these properties. Okay. First question, homework from exercise 7a. Do the second one. If x is to y equal 4 is to 7, find 3x plus 2y is to 5x plus y. Let us solve this problem. Given that x is to y equal 4 is to 7. So let x as a multiple of 4, that is 4k, and y as a multiple of 7, 7k, and substitute this in the given question, that is 3x plus 2y is to 5x plus y, that is 3 into 4k plus 2 into 7k. Substitute the values of x and y as 4k and 7k, that only. Ratio we can write in fraction form also, that is 5 into 4k plus 7 into it's 5x plus y only, that is 7k. That's equal to 3 4s are 12k plus 14k divided by 20k plus 7k. We can add, they are like terms, no? So 26k by 27k. We can cancel out the k. So how can we write in ratio form? We can't simplify it further. So 26 is to 27 is the required answer, because the question is in the form of ratio. So the answer should be expressed in ratio form. Okay. do the fourth one. Do question number 3 as homework. If a minus b is to a plus b is equal to 1 is to 11, find 5a plus 4b plus 15 is to 5a minus 4b plus 3. Let us solve this. Before that, we need to find the ratio a is to b, no? Then only we can apply the value of a as and b in this given question. So first let us find what is the ratio a is to b. It is given that a minus b is to a plus b is 1 is to 11. Let us write in ratio form, that is a minus b by a plus b is equal to 1 by 11. Now cross multiply. 11a minus 11b equal a plus b. 1 into a plus b, that is a plus b itself. 11a minus a equal b plus 11b. We can write the a values to one side and b values to the other side. 10a gives 12b. So we need a by b. So that is 12 by 10. Write the b to the left side and 10 to the right side. That is equal to 6 by 5 on simplification. So how can we write in ratio form? A is to b is same as 6 is to 5. Now we got that question in question number 2. We have done that steps before. So follow the same steps. Okay, let us solve this problem. Thus we obtained a is to b as 6 is to 5. So let a is equal to 6k and b is equal to 5k and substitute in the given question. So 5a plus 4b plus 15 is to, so I would like to write in ratio fraction form. 5a minus 4b plus 3 is equal to 5 into a means 6k. Substitute that. 4b, 4 into 5k plus 15 whole divided by 5 into a, 6k, minus 4 into b, 5k, plus 3. Let us simplify this. 6 5 30, 30k plus 5 4s are 20, 30k plus 20k is 50k plus 15 divided by, this one is 30k minus 20k, that is 10k plus 3. Now let us take the common factor. Can you see any common factor for numerator? Yes, 5 is common, 10k plus 3. And denominator also 10k plus 3. So we can cancel out this portion. So here only 1. The ratio is 5 is to 1. Because the question is in the ratio form, we should express the answer also in ratio form. This is the solution of this question. Okay.